never. They say never beat your. Well, never discipline your kids when you're angry. Because I like to do it when I'm super happy. What's up, man? How you doing, Dad? Awesome. I'm gonna whip your fucking ass. Killing it. I never understood that shit. I was like, isn't that the best time to bitch somebody the fuck out? Is like when you're like mad and like ready to go.
Just being all waiting until your kid is like smiling at their birthday party to like whoop the shit out of them.
Remember when you were 16 and you didn't take the fucking trash out? Big man at 35 surviving cancer. Just slapping shit out of kids' faces. Just long-term shitty lessons.
They don't even have to be your kids.
No. Just lie about the cancer too, because then the kid's like, I'm 7 years old and I have cancer. We'll talk about it later, Jimmy.
When you shave your kid's head and tells him he has cancer.
Tell him he has cancer. Just tell him he's going to be aerodynamic, and then they just let him win. I mean, you can cheat way to the. Sometimes you can fail upward. That's the thing.
So we just got a $51 parking ticket and narrowly avoided being towed, even though we were in the fucking parking zone and paid for it. God.
Freaking communism.
Has anyone told you that Philly fucking sucks?
We've been here for 47 minutes.
Is there a restroom back there, do you know? Nothing? Thank you. No, they don't have a public restroom. Let's just keep going. What's up?
No disrespect, y'all.
No.
Y'all some beautiful people. In the name of Jesus Christ. I'm on the streets, but I'm homeless, man. I haven't ate 3 days. Can y'all help me do your baby?
You got a couple here. Take a couple bucks.
I need about 10 to 20 out.
I don't have a lot of cash, but I can throw a couple bucks towards the names for parking and shit. I mean, I'll do whatever I can, brother.
Yep.
Well, be safe out there, man. You have yourself a good afternoon.
Thank you.
No problem, brother.
God bless you.
We almost died.
Starting up a podcast and everything, so that's kind of what this is for. We're doing like a road trip from New Hampshire to Florida. Stopping off in Philly or Savannah. All right.
How'd it go? Check it out.
Yeah.
Spin. Beautiful.
Strap you to the roof.
Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, for the love of God, hold me
Jacob,
under
we're
this.
tying you to the roof until the demons are out of you.
Yeah. Well, if you fall, you didn't have demons. But if you hold on and fight them all off, you also didn't have demons.
I feel like that's how the witch trials are done. If you drown, you definitely weren't a witch. But if you live, you definitely
You just
weren't
drop
a witch.
her and she just lands right on the water, and you're like, what does that mean? Like she won't even go in the water. She won't drown or not drown. I don't know. It's a real Schrodinger's witch situation. Like both is not.
Schrodinger's witch.
But if you're an asshole already making arbitrary rules about why somebody's a witch, you could be like, also,
If they have green eyes.
I heard that witches with green eyes don't like present the same way. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Well, I also heard
One
that,
set of
I
rules.
heard that witches with green eyes don't have sex as well as witches with brown eyes. We need to put this to the test.
Stop trying to fuck your sister, Steven. This is just like another one of those legislation things. No matter how many, like, you can show me pictures of your sister all you want. I'm not passing legislation so you can legally fuck her.
my thing is that I mean, I understand people wanting to come here because it is a great country, not that we're without problems and faults and whatnot. But I mean, I don't believe anybody's entitled to come here. And it's like, it's like the idea, like, I pass a homeless person on the street, right? Like, I buy him a hot meal, right? That's fine. That's great. That's a good thing.
Sir, it's 95 degrees out. Here's a hot meal. It's like the best thing you could ever do. Be like, I know it's 110. Here's a hot Pilot bowl of soup.
But it's like, or you pass a homeless person on the street, they pull a gun on you and say, you have more than me, give me your money. I mean, there's a big difference.
Yeah, but I have to think at the end of the day, like, because it's like, you know, being an every guy, because it's like, you know, I'll talk to fucking anybody, absolutely anyone, without fucking reprieve, you know, I won't fucking stop. But it's like
into a Jamaican diving instructor outside of an Irish pub.
Most people, if they had the capacity to like give out $10, would give out $10. They'd buy the guy food before they wanted to give him cash, because it's more of like, oh fuck, this guy might die tonight. You would want to help if it's, but most people are like that, or at least they'd have the intention to try to do something. You know,
that's like
not everybody just throws
cash. You're saying like that's your worldview, kind of, right?
Well, I think like, no, I just think it's like, you know, if you're walking around, and not you specifically, if someone is like walking around just thinking everybody's out to fucking murder and rape and pillage and shit, but I honestly think like most fucking people are not those jackasses just like walking up to kids, slapping them in the face and stealing their balloons and shit. Like, well, I mean, I don't know. You see it. It's like always, you see like old cartoons. It's like this old guy that just kicks a kid in the face and steals, like right in the fucking, grabs her by her pigtails, chucks her off a bridge to take her candy. Like, no one does that. Like, and it's the same kind of shit with like the racial shit too. It's like, I don't live in a fucking world or any, like, I like living in a world where if someone did some vile shit like that, it's instant. You get fucked up instantly. Oh, you spit in the black guy's face and then called him the N-word? Well, cool. It's gonna be awesome what happens in about 4 seconds.
It's advancing.
Oh my god.
Right? A middle finger.
I fucking swear to God, if you do what you were about to do, I was gonna fucking kill you.
Jake, the closer you are to death, the more alive you feel. The more dead you are, the more alive you really are.
Says that while etching like 666 into his forehead with his rusty fucking knives by the door over there. The officer, I know we have tons of illegal drugs in the car, but that
look, he's flying.
That rusty knife is looking real suspect. Yes, I know it reeks of marijuana, sir, but he's a killer. Well, he has rights. You don't. You smell of marijuana. He's covered in blood. Address the bigger situation. You know what it should be like that? It should be reverse racism, where you're like, you know what? I really like Asians. Fuck them. Every Asian I meet, I'm giving $5. $5. It's like, it is kind of racist, Jake, but oh, thanks. Like, what do you do? Like, every Asian person you meet, you give a high five. Not because you're a shithead, but just because you just like them. Like, and you're coming off a little special, hugging everybody you meet, but like, but I don't know.
Oh my god.
They're just gonna say it on there. It's like, we'll serve everyone, but Puerto Ricans get cheaper stuff. But like, you need to be like Italian. Like, you need to be it can't be your race. That's why it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you're white? You really like Jamaicans? All right. They 10% off here. Is it racist though?
Every white person caught coming in here loses a finger. One finger, and you have to give it to the next Asian guy that comes in. Shit! When you're just giving away your hands to
but what if you DoorDash? You DoorDash and they're like, we're gonna need a finger. Or they're just DoorDash drivers picking up orders and they're just
they
like,
say a bird in a hand is worth 2 in the bush. Yeah, you have to give away your hands and your bush.
And your bush. Yeah, like, you can't even touch bushes again because you ain't got no fucking finger. Also, it's like if you have no fingers on your hand, is it still a hand?
Do you really need the stump at that point?
Because it's not like, I don't know. It's a really tough concept to grasp.
That is the dumbest joke.
I'm having a real tough issue fingering this problem. I can't put my fingers on it. But
yeah, that seems to be the problem, officer. I mean, that's your attitude after we gave you a hand.
And then you ask him, like, where does the hand end? He's like, every first you just bring him into the conversation. I know you're missing 4 fingers, but where does the hand really end? If you have one thumb, do you have
the whole thing?
Do you technically have a hand, or do you just? I don't know. At what point is a foot a foot?
I don't know. I mean, sex could be really fun and weird if you had at least a thumb. And nothing else.
And nothing else. Well, you know. But once again, they're not like, can you give me a hand? Slap my ass. And you're just tapping them with that little... Fuck it. Yeah, but it's not... Okay, what would he do if he was clapping and he had two hands like that? Just two thumbs. It's just... Those are still hands?
Pretty good.
It's better than Brett Favre clap. Comedian saying it was like, you know, it's like you can't go over there and talk to you. I'm paraphrasing. I think it was like a fucking bear thing in an Eddie Murphy joke. But it's like if you go to your doctor and your doctor says you have cancer, but you find out he's like smoking crack.
Do you really have cancer?
Or do you really have? Well, I mean, it could be both. But do you take his opinion? I'm at a minimum making another phone call saying, can you have somebody besides this man look at the test results and just make sure he did it on me and not a labradoodle or something.
And then they have you talk to their cleaning staff to read your x-rays.
I need to put on my reading glasses. I don't normally wear them. I look kind of gay. You're a doctor. You're supposed to look at people. You'll be fine. My numbers are great. Like, what do you mean? No, my numbers are great. I think just be really vague about it.
What are my odds, sir? Well, 70-30, but in which direction? 70-30.
Yeah, about 70-30. 70 or 30. Shit.
99 or none at all.
And he's like, oh, those are bad odds. Yeah, it's about 100% chance you're going to die. Wait, what? Just throw extra percentages in there. Yeah, that's if all the tests work. It's 70 or 30.
What are the odds the tests work? About 70.
About 70-30.
And if they do work, you're definitely going to die.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also you get in there and you'd be like, oh, you have Harvard Pilgrim.
You know, yeah.
It seems like you wouldn't have this problem if you had a Blue Cross Blue Shield.
You know you got to get a new doctor when they walk in before introducing themselves. Like, I got to be honest with you. I don't like your odds. Excuse me?
I think you're probably going to die. I came in here for an eye exam.
Suicide's always an option.
Yeah.
Just puts a gun on the table. And he throws the gun and then, boom. Gun boomerang. And then you shoot him.
Going through a tunnel of fucking destruction. It's like that fucking scene from Willy Wonka. Remember that was a kid's movie, and then you watch that fucking shit, and you're like, oh, do you hate kids? Why do you hate kids? You know what kids will love? Nightmares! Death!
And the gates of hell opened.
Your parents having sex flying across on the screen, like anything to traumatize children. And they were like, and put a really funny guy in it. It'll be super fun. And then the rest of it's super fun, except for that one scene.
Well, that's kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know? Takes that cute little shoe and dips it in the dip. Yeah.
Let me show you a little science, Jimmy.
Or
why don't you kill this
main
defensive
character getting it on with the cartoon? You know? It's like totally a kid's movie.
Totally a kid's movie. That's how you learn about what happens when you don't take care of your pets. Sometimes
I don't work for tunes.
Yeah, sometimes some crazy asshole comes over and drowns it in a bucket of acid. That's what happens. This is why you don't leave a note.
Life.
This is what happens when you don't leave a note, Jimmy. Sometimes, occasionally, your parents kill your pets with fucking acid. Uncle Darren. It's just Uncle Darren. Fucking, you have an Uncle Darren that just comes out every once in a while to teach you life lessons. Throws acid at you. Oh, I guess we should have took the trash out. 1995.
Because the good old days we could throw acid.
You just throw acid at people's faces. Pretty sure you legally have to.
It was pretty new. I mean,
you have to wear trip pants, have glow sticks, and throw acid at people's faces.
It was like uranium when it was first discovered. You could just put that in people's food and say, "Yeah, you're welcome. You're gonna have powers. Don't worry.
You're gonna have superpowers." No reason to film, just filming stuff for reason.